Playing center, what's the biggest difference as compared to the other four spots?
I said center. As an offensive line, we have to be vocal and communicate. And at center, that's probably one of the biggest vocal points on the offensive line because you have to be able to ID the mic, also know where the play is going, be able to tell people where they have to go and stuff like that. So just really just the communication part and stuff, and just being able to see the fronts, identify the fronts, and also just knowing what to do at the position as well. Because playing all over the offensive line, it can kind of mess with your mental if you don't understand each position as it should be. So I'll say that.
How much easier or how much more well-versed did you feel in playing center this time around versus when you've done it in the past?
Well, over the years I've had practice at it and stuff, but after getting a full half in the game, that kind of helped me just like understand. Okay, like this is real. Like, in the game is way more serious, way more like it's heightened more like because in the game I had a bad snap, and in practice if you have a bad snap, you just blow the whistle and go on to the next play. In the game if you have a bad snap, that can mess up a whole drive. So it's just the importance of the game time. It's just like made me help understand that better.
I know any center needs to know what everybody around them is doing, but like, do you feel you have maybe an edge because you have actually worked though at every other position on the offensive line?
Kind of. Like it can get kind of all over the place because we play with such tempo that we are always constantly going. So it's like your mind is racing consistently, but you also got to play slow. So you usually got to be able to balance it out.
You know, I'm sure they told you early in your career, like it's going to be such a good thing for you to know how to do all these positions and learn all of them. And I'm sure it'd be easier just to focus on one, but you know, the fact that you're now able to contribute to this team, how does it feel to see that kind of pay off and their message to you come to fruition?
You know, just the hard work that comes with it. You know, it doesn't come overnight, or it doesn't come like whenever you think it's supposed to come, but whenever it happens, just make sure you're ready. Because our coaches tell us opportunity, you never know when the opportunity is going to come. You just got to make sure you're ready for it. So if I'm preparing myself to play all five and I know all five, if anybody goes down, that gives me a more likely chance to go in for that position then, yeah.
As an O-line group, as you guys try to improve game over game, what is the area where you feel like you need to take the next step as a group?
The next step for us as a group, I think it's just, you know, I'll say better with our communication sometimes. Just making sure that we're all on the same page and going further, because as we get further down the season, it's going to be more teams that we play that will do more stuff to us. They may twist us. They may bring different types of pressures and stuff. So we just got to be all on the same page and be able to communicate and sort things out. And like with the offensive line group, I think the biggest thing is just the camaraderie between the group. Like just how well do the best player in the room gel with the worst player, or the oldest with the youngest. Just, you know, we just all want to make sure that we keep each other up, lifted, because it's five of us on the field at one time. So it's not just one person that, it's all on you. If one person on O-line mess up, it's the whole O-line. So we got to make sure that we know that.
Did you play center at all coming up?
In high school, I played defensive line for the first 2 years, and then I moved over to offensive line. So playing center kind of, new who I got here.
Was it hard to pick up, or did you pick it up pretty quick?
I think the first thing was just learning how to snap the ball. That's the biggest thing. The play can't start without the snap. So if you don't know how to snap, you're not going to play center at all. So once I learned how to snap and then able to take snaps and steps and then also take real reps at center, that's when it was like, okay.
It's got to be hard to focus on that, and then you got two dudes coming at you.
You just gotta. That's just the position. That's just the offensive line position. You know, it's just out there in the trenches. It gets crazy in the trenches.
Maurice real helpful.
Yeah. We all helpful with each other. Like we all want to learn. We all want to know different stuff. Especially with the new guys that came in over the over the year, like it's good for me to pick their brain and for them to pick my brain, because we just always trying to constantly learn and figure out the ways that we can get better as a group and just as personally as well.
Coach Jenkins told us, I think, that you learned the lesson about the wet ball last
Yeah,
week in the
yeah.
Southern Miss game. I know you've been working on it this week. It might be a factor this weekend, I guess. What's the extra step you have to take, or what extra goes into it when that's a factor?
Make sure I keep my hands dry. that's the I'll say that's probably the biggest thing, is making sure I keep my hands dry. Because when I was on the field and I tried to snap the ball, I was like, oh snap, this is going to be good. Because I tried to feel for my towel, but I didn't have it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna yell that.
I'm sorry. From a mental standpoint, how hard is it to be able to play all 5 positions? Because I mean, there's just so different assignments.
I think it really just takes preparation for it. Like, the more you study for it, you'll be able to pick up on stuff. And then when we out here practicing, being able to move around is probably a good thing for me at practice, because it helps me just gets the rep at that position. It may not be an in-game rep, but it's still, you getting that practice rep. So whenever you do have to get in the game and do that position, then it won't be as hard to kind of shift it.
You mentioned the learning of snapping. How long did it take you to get comfortable with that, especially in game?
I'm still getting comfortable with it, because it's just snapping the ball is the most important part of playing offense. Like I said, if you don't snap the ball or have a good snap, you can mess up a whole play, a whole drive, whole game. So it's just with me, it kind of just took a year. Like, I've really just been able to work on snap, stepping, and then learn the offense. Because if you can snap the ball but you don't know the offense, then it's going to be hard to kind of go out there and operate. So you got to just be really smart, open to what you can.